Hey, 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 I'm back again. This is your boy View and Lunani. Yes, we vibe gang. We are back. We are back this time today speaking about something that I really hold close to my heart because, you know, it's gonna have an impact on the country as a whole. Currently, our military is experiencing uh, negativity, not from the media, but from the state itself. Our military is not supported sufficiently. It's not supported sufficiently, and it's costing us. Our helicopters are unable to make flights because our attack helicopters rather are unable to protect the ground forces because they are not maintained sufficiently. Our ground forces, there was a time where they were given expired food because we are unable to find the right supplier for appropriate food for our ground forces. Our patrol vessels, they are unable to keep up with the patrol on the oceans because they they need an upgrade, an extensive upgrade. And the 22 companies that we have are unable to be deployed on the borderline from Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Lesotho, Swaziland. We are unable to deploy these 22 companies because we do not have sufficient funds. This is a worrisome thing, South Africans. As you know, we currently have had pockets of xenophobic attacks towards these foreigners. I can't say I'm for it, but I can't neither say I'm not for it. I'm neutral on it. We're currently experiencing a high unemployment rate because our local businesses would rather employ a foreigner at 15 Rand an hour than take the 23 Rand an hour from a local South African person, which is ludicrous how many foreigners are employed at our companies and some institutions of ours. Look, my point of argument over here, rather not really a point of argument, but my fruit of knowledge towards the president. It's directed to you, Mr. President. I would appreciate it, Mr. President, if you could, you know, take the 70% of us that are unemployed. You know, you can create opportunities for us, and this is how you're gonna do it, Mr. President. If you build, if you can, you know, push the narrative of provincial growth, and what I mean is that let's take let's take Cape Town for instance. Cape Town is known to be a tourist attraction, right? Push the narrative that Cape Town should work on becoming a strong individual economy. If all nine of our provinces can be strong individual economies, it will help gain through the GDP. How they can do this is that small things such as take some of our 70% youth, build us, take the 350 and scrap it because not all of us know how to use it sufficiently. Truth be spoken, some of us can. Well done to those that have actually used it sufficiently. I'm actually proud of you guys and shout out to you guys because you are actually realizing there's bigger things you can do with just eat the grant. Those of us who are unable to use it sufficiently, I say you scrap them out. You you take them, you employ them as border guards. Obviously you're gonna train them. And after you train them, you deploy them as border guards, the net, border patrol, and you build them, you know, these tents and supply them with sufficient food. Obviously they're not going to be deployed for the whole entire, they're going to be deployed seasonally, 6 months in, 6 months out, 6 months in, and so forth. And how you're going to maintain them, you're going to pay them the 350 that they're sitting at home doing nothing for. Working for 350 might sound stupid and ridiculous, but me working then rather taking the 350 and going to go smoke is better than that. I'd rather be at work paying 350 than sitting at home taking the money and smoking it because I do not understand its true meaning. But if I'm going to work but if I'm going to work for that 350, I understand its true meaning. Therefore, I'm going to use it efficiently, effectively. That will help create sectors within the economy. Remember, the economy can only be boosted by how many businesses are created per quarter. And each quarter is only growing if we can circulate the rand as many times as possible. If I have 100 rand today, I need to be able to make sure that 100 rand can circulate in the economy more than one time. And when that happens, it grows the economy. It pushes the economy on an upcline. It pushes the economic demand of ours on an upcline. That leads to better opportunities being created by bigger corporations because now there's sectors and there's markets that are unveiling itself. Young entrepreneurs can jump into those sectors and keep the economic stability and flow. And when there's more economic stability and flow, there are better jobs being unveiled. And also better opportunities for those with qualifications and those without qualification too. We need to realize this right now, that our economy is not growing because we are too afraid to make the right decisions. We are afraid of judgment. Mr. President, I would appreciate it if you could scrap the 350, employ the 70% youth, pay them that 350 to be border guards, to be factory workers, to maintain the road, to sweep the road, to clean cities. Those people who are entering our buildings without the rightful owner's permission, use them as red ants. Let them go kick those people out, obviously under proper guidance and training and sufficient bodies. I'm not pushing for the narrative of violence. I'm pushing for the narrative to say that there's too many of us as young people who are sitting at home doing nothing. So when we get that 350 in our phones ringing, we spend it recklessly because it is not ours, it is valueless. But if I'm going to wake up every day and go to work for this 350, I understand its value. I understand the 100 rand, what it really means. I understand what the 50 rand really means. Therefore, I'm able to use it sufficiently, effectively. I also touched on the military situation. It could be cheaper to produce these resources internally. We need to start building our own refineries. We have the capabilities. We have companies. We have construction companies. We have real estate companies. We have all these private corporations that could help us build these resources for our military effectively. Spread the business internally. If you stabilize internally, we are able to stabilize externally. So, Mr. President, this is my message to you. Please do something about this. And this is what I suggest. And trust me, there are millions of youth out there with better ideas, if not similar to mine. Thank you.